you will think it's the slip of the tongue. It's not slip of the tongue, it's editing. That's called post-production. It's very common. And I had a talk on TV talk and analysis. How they do editing, what happens behind the scene, how they have talk shows. Most of these talk shows that you see on the channel, they have an agenda. If the agenda is not fulfilled, they start editing and they fulfill the agenda by deceit. So this is the strategy of the media to portray a negative picture about Islam. And many times, the media says things about Islam which are alien to Islam. For example, they say that Islam is a religion which subjugates the woman. It's absolutely nonsense. It says that Islam is an illogical religion. In fact, Islam is the most logical religion. Islam is unscientific. Islam is the most scientific religion. And many times, they mention facts about Islam and they say that these facts are the problems for humanity. If you analyze that if they really say something which is true in Islam and they portray as a problem for humanity, it is actually not a problem, it is a solution for humanity. I'd like to give a couple of examples. Today, the media says that Muslims are fundamentalist. What is the meaning of the word fundamentalist? Fundamentalist by definition means a person who follows the fundamentals of one particular subject. For example, if a person wants to be a good mathematician, he should know, follow, and practice the fundamentals of maths. Unless he is a fundamentalist in the field of maths, he cannot be a good mathematician. For a person to be a good scientist, he should know, follow, and practice the fundamentals of science. Unless he is a fundamentalist in the field of science, he can't be a good scientist. You can't paint all fundamentals with the same brush, that all are good or all are bad. Depending in which field the person is a fundamentalist, you have to label him accordingly. For example, if you have a fundamentalist doctor whose profession is to save human lives, he is good for the society. On the other hand, if you have a fundamentalist robber whose profession is to rob, he is bad for the society. You can't paint all fundamentals with the same brush. You have to analyze in which field the person is a fundamentalist and you have to label him accordingly. As far as I am concerned, I am a fundamentalist Muslim and I am proud to be a fundamentalist Muslim. Because I know, I follow, and I strive to practice the fundamentals of Islam. And I know that there is not a single fundamental of Islam which is against humanity as a whole. The moment you hear the word fundamentalist, a person starts thinking he's a Muslim. He's extremist. And we Muslims, many a time apologetic. We go on the defense, no, I'm not a fundamentalist, I'm not an extremist. I say, I am an extremist. I'm extremely kind, I'm extremely loving, I'm extremely merciful, I'm extremely honest, I'm extremely just. What's wrong in being extremely kind, extremely honest, extremely just, extremely merciful, extremely loving? Can anyone tell me what is wrong in being extremely honest? You can't be partly honest. When it benefits you, you're honest. If it does not benefit you, you're not honest. You have to be extremist in the right direction. So if you say I'm an extremist Muslim, all the teachings of Islam are for the benefit of humanity. There is not a single teaching of Islam which is against humanity as a whole. As my son was discussing in the evening in the misconception of Islam, that Muslims are called as terrorists.